What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video where we're going to be recapping Raw today. To get started, I thought Raw was a 7 out of 10. It was better than last Raw, but not as good. It had an amazing opener. What was The Vision, Bron Breakker, and Austin Theory. They came out with Logan Paul and Maxine Dupree versus Javon Evans and Dragon Lee. I really liked it. I don't really understand why Javon and Dragon Lee are versing each other. I feel unaware. I feel like it should have been the Street Profits, but they've just vanished. But I'm actually liking the Vision storyline. The ending of the match, Bron Breakker hit Javon Evans with a spear. Oh, no. Bron Breakker hit Dragon Lee with a spear. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. And then started beating up Javon and Dragon Lee. And then Alpha Academy came out. The feud between them, I'm actually looking forward to. I'm really interested in. And then they came out. They were beating them up for a while, and then in the end, the Vision took over, speared both. Yes, so next week, the Alpha Academy has a match with the Vision. What I think will happen at SummerSlam is, I hope it is Vision versus Alpha Academy versus the Street Profits for the tag team titles. And the Street Profits win. Bron Breakker does not need the tag team title. He's being wasted. Yeah, he's being wasted ever since Logan Paul got injured. But first, Bron Breakker injured Bronson Reed, Logan Paul. He has just gone downhill. I feel like he's lost all of his stock, all of the crowd fan behind him, so he's dead now. And then another feud I'm interested in is it was the Danhausen Judgment Day promo. JD, Dom, and Liv, they were yelling at Danhausen to give them the money back. And then Danhausen went out to the ring and said, I don't want to give it to the Judgment Day, I want to give it to the fans. So that was kind of good. And then Judgment Day came out and started to beat up Danhausen. And then for some reason Joe Hendry came out. What I do not get. I feel like it should have been Kit Wilson, Miz. Don't know where they are. They've just vanished. Or Matt Cardona, he's vanished too. So Joe Hendry was kind of random when he came out. And then they all went backstage. And then JD looked at it and realized it was fake money. So as he threw the bag to the right, and then he didn't know he threw it at Obafemi, was kind of a scary moment for him. So all the locker rooms scared of him, Obafemi, men, female. He's definitely the next Brock Lesnar. And then it straight after it was the Obafemi and JD match. It was very quick match. Obafemi won, but JD sells so good. He's a great seller. He makes every move feels like he's being like shot. That was a great match. And then for some reason Solo Sikoa came out and then called Seth Rollins out to like offer help at SummerSlam because he knows what the bloodline is, how the bloodline operates. Well, I'm actually really mad that now I think it will actually be Bloodline rules. Because the WrestleMania match with CM Punk, no interference is a great match. Have to watch again, one of the best matches. And now, of course, they just go back to Bloodline rules. Roman always needs help winning. Yeah, so... And then Jacob Fatu came out to get Solo. And then Seth got one super kick and then just walked out the ring. So don't know what will happen in that. Maybe next week Jacob Fatu will maybe like super kick him when he's talking to Roman Reigns. Would be pretty cool. And like finally hear the tension between Roman and Jacob. Because Roman said, don't touch Seth until WrestleMania because I need to deal with him. Was pretty cool. And then it was Chad Gable and Penta versus Rusev and Ethan Page. Rusev and Page control parts of the match, but Gable eventually made the comeback with German suplexes and Olympic slam. Rusev locked Gable in an accolade, but Gable escaped and reversed it into an ankle lock. Penta stopped Ethan Page from breaking the submission, allowing Gable to grapevine Rusev's leg and force him to tap out. I thought this match was okay. It was good. Chad Gable and Penta won. And now it's Chad Gable and Penta at SummerSlam, what I'm really looking forward to. Chad Gable has to win. It's his redemption story. If he loses, he just lost a bunch of stock. They've technically just killed him. He has to win. And then it was the Dominic and Joe Hendry match. Dominic controlled early stages of the match with help by Liv Morgan. When Joe Hendry started to build the comeback, Liv attacked him on the outside and sent him into the ring post. And then Danhausen came out, Liv slapped him, and Danhausen went running away. And then Danhausen returned later in the Danhausen car with Io Sky. And then Io Sky attacked Liv and took her out with a springboard missile dropkick. And then Joe Hendry won. because Danhausen delivered his death drop to Dominic, rolled out, Joe Hendry crawled in, pinned, and Joe Hendry won. What I don't, and now at SummerSlam it's been confirmed, Dominic versus Danhausen. But I really think there should be some sort of thing added to it, like a street fight, something, because this is definitely the last match between them. Or like if Dom wins, he gets uncursed, something like that. And then LA after that, just before the main event, LA Knight came out and had his promo. Before the main event, LA Knight addressed the ongoing situation involving Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Solo Sikoa, and the Bloodline. Knight criticized Solo for offering to help Seth at SummerSlam when Solo should be focused on their own 6-man tag team match. Knight also took shots at Roman, saying Roman spent years trying to become the superstar that LA Knight naturally became. He finished by promising to defeat Jacob Fatu as the Detroit crowd joined him in shouting, LA Knight, yeah! And then it was the main event. It was actually a good main event. They had chemistry. Hope we see another LA Knight and Jacob Fatu match further on, maybe for a title. And then it was ended in a disqualification with the Jacob Fatu won by hitting a Samoan drop and then a double jump moonsault. And then Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Royce Keys, Solo Sikoa all came out. And then they were having a huge brawl, and then it ended in Jimmy J, Jacob all standing above him, all standing above them, and with LA Knight, Solo, and Royce Keys all lying on the ground. I think, and now it's them or Solo, LA Knight, Royce Keys versus Jay, Jimmy, Jacob at SummerSlam. In a tag team match. I hope LA Knight, Solo, and Royce Keys actually win, because I feel like they'll all get a huge push if they win than if they lose. If they lose, they'll probably just go back to going back to doing nothing. And maybe we can hopefully see a LA Knight push soon. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Any feedback in the comment section. But other than that, I'm out. Peace.